Hello, I'm Soo-jung Kim, an agriculture teacher who teaches agriculture in Korea. Currently, the proportion of COVID-19 vaccination is increasing in Korea. Also, the daily number of confirmed cases of COVID-19 is decreasing. Now, we are going to with Corona era. With Corona is a synthesizer of with together and Corona, which means to go with Corona. As the corona becomes long-term, it's a strategy to focus on patient care with a new prevention system that coincides with the corona rather than ending it. In this situation, I will talk about current government policy in remote education. Korea now learn education with this picture. 1. Real-time interaction. Number 2. Utilization of content and task-driven. Currently, there are face-to-face classes, but also remote classes are like this week. In other words, blended classes are in progress. To realize this education, I use Microsoft Teams for teaching. We use these teams to conduct various classes. Recently, there are many programs as well as teams, so you can use what suits your need in each school. Let me tell you about my online class case. There are 7 cases in total. Number 1. First thing is you can be together for classroom teaching. How do you move your teaching material when you need to move classroom for class? Not only just for online class, when I have face-to-face classes with students, I think a lot of way of presenting class material. If you use a platform called Teams rather than using email, you can record your classroom contents in real time at the place. In addition, teacher can play a role in micro-teaching because Teacher also can record his or her teaching during class. Teams can consist of various classes and subjects respectively. Details can also be added or deleted. Various online class tools can be linked to these teams. You can use a program called Padlet, share various ideas with students. Using the class card battle program, students can serve quiz or game on their phone by themselves. This can attract the student attention, especially those like game. The whiteboard function allows students to express their opinion and picture at once. We open the practical training for vocational education, right? When practicing, you only need to carry your cell phone rather than carrying hard copy version of your training instruction. You can also check the contents recorded in Teams. You can record the practice course and record the overall practice contents and courses and big data within the teams. When you want to record your class content cumulatively, record it teams. Students can check the information after class. Number 2. Next. How can we utilize our online survey? There are so many different ways. Take one online class survey for a convenient and diverse purpose. Also, you can solve a problem for the formative evaluation function in the middle of class. At the end of the class, students can solve a problem to check the drawing. The best advantage of an online evaluation program is that they can be easily scored and retained quickly. Number 3. Collecting various data. Various sides need to be informed. How will you deliver it? Since I'm teaching agriculture, I provide various websites to students. Various websites related to agriculture are linked for student easy access. In addition, for student easy understanding, class material can be connected to YouTube. There is also a class to make a model of a smart palm drum metaverse. Number 4. Strong feedback ability. Easy and detailed feedback can be provided to students. If you compare assignment provide email with assignment provide with Teams, there is difference like the order of. In particular, emails take too much time to download the data. Email was difficult to give feedback to assignment individually. In particular, it's very difficult to teach students one-on-one individual coaching. If you use the online platform, you can see students take tests more carefully and meticulously. Students can easily submit assignments, and teachers can provide individual feedbacks. This is a video of providing collection and the supplement and giving comment to presentation made by the student. It's such an attractive process of giving feedbacks and point to assignment. You don't have to download a file. You can do it on the team directly. Watching video and submitting assignment afterward can develop not only writing skill but also the ability to communicate with the outside the world through SNS writing. These are material that students let their impression on external SNS. Number 5. How do you record precious memories with your students? You can make a one-on-one video course, both called in teams, increasing messaging available for student assignment submission individually. Students can contact the teacher when they need to be contacted urgently, especially when they don't know the teacher's phone number. Group communication is also very convenient. You can also ask the group members for their opinion during assignment. It can be a method to get closer to students with limited class hour. Number 6. You can form an online portfolio. It's a powerful tool for accommodating student activities. It's a space where students can record their activities online. It's a digital electronic writing book. We can also manage notes online. You can record various activities. You can use the teacher's learning material in various ways. It can also use as a notebook during class so students can check it again later. It's so uncomfortable to use your notebook during practice. With this online platform, you can take my cell phone only and record it instead of taking notes on a practice note. You can record various photos and materials, and it's easy to share. There is no reason not to use it. Number 7. I love Smart Palm. Thus, utilizing big data is one of my concerns. You can collect the data from Smart Palm and visualize data. Additional material are also available. You can accumulate and view automated collected environmental data at a glance. It also collects manually recorded data. The material I wrote by hand are now conventionally available on a computer. This is my case of learning on online class. There were good things, but there were difficult things also. The most difficult thing about online classes was to get consent from all teachers. However, ICT utilization is a necessary technology for students who will live in the future society. Understanding that online class process and learning function were unfamiliar to teacher. However, most of the products are made by well-known global companies, so it's very easy tool to use after once you have tried it. So I tell you how to run an online class successfully at school. First, you have to train teacher. At this time, the timing is very important. Before the beginning of the semester, it's recommended to introduce online class tool during teacher training programs. And it's also recommended to guide teacher on the understanding of online class tool and share experience there with detail. Also, let teachers know that online platform is tool to use. Second, there are times when teachers might feel difficulty while using it. At this time, you have to go through a continuous expansion process. Teachers should organize mentors and mentees programs to share difficulties. Third, sharing several experiences also helpful. Sharing and rewarding experiment class case will gradually be a good example of creating a school on class culture. The important thing here is that product made by global company can use a function too easily than expected. We are just not used to it. Global company have developed various easy functions and guide consumer to adapt. And the student to adapt faster than they think. Only teachers. That's why only teachers to adapt. I want to discuss along with online education is the entrepreneurship education. People who think they can do anything can do it. They also say that goes like this. This is what a famous Korean CEO said. I want to use your online education on a purposely for student. It's what you aim and you will definitely achieve a good result. And a teacher can become an expert in online classes. Thank you.